This is OFA Team Talk, an Oxfordshire FA production. This week on OFA Team Talk, our Football Development Manager Mike Thurlow sits down with Oxfordshire Youth Leadership Chair Andrew Hunt to talk about the YLT, the importance and benefits of engaging with young people and walking out at Wembley.
I'm delighted to be talking to Andy Hunt today. Thank you for your time, Andy. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you.
It would be great to start by you telling us about your role with the youth leadership team and also what the youth leadership team are there to achieve.
I'm the current chair of the Oxfordshire FA's youth leadership team. We're a group of young people and young leaders who are designed to be a voice for young people across the county, driving different projects, supporting the county FA with informed decisions, what improvements and developments can be made to make the game in Oxfordshire as enjoyable as possible for young people. Inside the team, we help the young leaders develop their personal and professional skills to help them with their future, whether that be in workplace, in personal life, offering CPDs and from different members at the FA and outside organisations to help them with their roles within football. And we also offer lots of opportunities to be involved with projects that we plan or projects that the County FA may be running, as well as opportunities to attend the FA Leadership Academy and be part of the regional youth network run by the National Youth Council.
So as a group, what are your main aims of the season?
So we're currently in the process of engaging with young people in the county. We have a youth engagement project that's currently being run alongside the County FA. Something that we'll be looking to do more of in the future, and it's to basically hear as much as possible from young people so that we can try and make the developments that they want. They're the people it's going to affect the most, so they're the people that we want to hear from. In terms of future projects as well for the rest of the season, and we're hoping to have a positivity month launching very soon, targeting different areas of the game where we feel might need that boost of respect and positivity alongside the FA's 21 days of positivity that they've been launching throughout this year, and also trying to review our youth leadership pathway within the county and try and develop and help young leaders and young people within the county to get involved more and to help them with their future work and going into the wider world of work from just outside of football.
You mentioned developing the future workforce. What benefits has being involved in the youth leadership team had on you and also your team members?
So for me, it's been a massive help. It's my third year on the youth leadership team. I've been a youth leader for the last 9-10 years, helping out with 2 and 3 teams at my local club at Tower Hill. From then going onwards, it's been helping, and the youth leadership team has really given me opportunity to lead a team, which has helped for me to get a promotion at the local supermarket as a manager, and also alongside that attend the FA Youth Leadership Academy, which allowed me to network with a lot more people across the whole of the country that I'm still in contact with regularly, and trying to work out ideas that we can all try and do to help grassroots football, and also a lot of personal development opportunities that was there. So we had 8 workshops, all designed around different personal development opportunities, whether that to be with yourself, your communication, insight, lots of different ways. For other team members at the moment that's not quite had the opportunity of Leadership Academy, it's evident at the moment that their confidence is growing and growing. We've gone from having a team of people where you have to push them for answers every time to actually having free-flowing discussions, which is really good to see. And hopefully that's going to just continue to benefit them in the wider world as well.
Sounds perfect. Earlier on, you spoke about current youth engagement project. So why is it so important we engage and get the views from young people across the county?
Like I said earlier, they are the people it's going to affect most. They are the people it's going to affect in the future, and it's the people they're affecting now. And we want to hear from them to try and make their participation in the game as enjoyable as possible. We are wanting to drive change as a team and also as young people, and engaging with young people is a great place to start with that, to support us with what we can try and do as a youth leadership team to drive that change.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the project and kind of how it's working and how it might work throughout the season?
So we've currently got 3 different age categories that we've split feedback forms into. So we've got different questions for each category to try and make it as beneficial for us as possible, so we're not getting short answers, we're getting the best quality answers that we can from different age groups. A nice incentive for the young people filling it out is that they can go into a draw to win a personalised England shirt. Whilst we're gaining stuff off of them, they've also got an opportunity to win back, and then that will just continue to help with different projects that we may run in the future as well.
Sounds good. How could clubs and leagues across the county go about engaging with young people?
A very good way, and it's ways that many of my colleagues from the Leadership Academy have been doing, is looking more into adult youth partnerships, something that the National Youth Council are very big on, and something within Oxfordshire as a youth leadership team we're looking to push a lot more, having player forums at clubs and also league levels. So clubs individually can hear about what their own players want from them, and also the league as a whole can find out from different clubs what they're wanting. But it's all coming from the players, it's all coming from the young people to drive that change. I'm also on the committee up at Tower Hill. Recently I've created a survey for parents to fill out so that I could gain back feedback from parents of what they would be wanting for their kids that are at the club, to try and make their enjoyment as high as possible. And to engage with young people is probably, from a hierarchy point of view, the most important thing that any club and league can do to really hear about what their young people are wanting.
You mentioned the feedback at Tower Hill. What bits of information have you found out so far that you might not have done otherwise?
There's a lot of different feedback coming back, anything from praising coaches, praising leagues, and also giving me ideas of what projects I can try and run at the club, and also on a county level with the youth leadership team, whether that be around respect or condition of pitches or kick-off times, and all different things that parents are trying to help for their kids to get their enjoyment, but something that on a wider scale that we need to look at as a whole. What
would you say to clubs and leagues that do not currently engage young people?
As soon as they can, do it. Young people are the leaders of today, not just in the future. Young people will be able to make a difference tomorrow if you gave them the opportunity to, and their knowledge and expertise of the current young people that are there is a lot more closer than a slightly older generation, because they've been in the position that they're in a lot more recent, and they are still currently going through the footballing pyramid, and trying to engage with them as much as possible will help them to enjoy the game more and hopefully keep players playing longer. So instead of seeing a drop off at 16, 18, 21, hopefully we can try and get a nice smooth run into any form of adult football, whether that be competitive or social. Social media nowadays is a great way to engage with young people. I'd probably say a good 95% of young people are on some form of social media, hence why us as a youth leadership team has just recently launched an Instagram page to try and help us to engage with young people more. And also it can help develop the workforce of county FAs, clubs, leagues and volunteers by having young people and helping them young people to develop early. They're then going to be able to come straight into a potential workforce with all the skills that they'd be looking for without needing to have extensive training before they've even started, because they've already been doing it for quite a while.
What other benefits are there to clubs to engage and support young people?
It gives them the opportunity to actually hear what their players, young leaders are wanting from them. I played for 10 years in local leagues, and there's definitely things that could have been improved across different age groups, but without actually engaging with young people, the leagues will never find out what players are actually potentially thinking or want improving. And really now is a great opportunity to start for it. The County FA Youth Leadership Team can provide support as well as help from the National Youth Council as well. So I'd really encourage any league or club that isn't engaging with their young people and their players at the club to get in contact so that we can try and provide the support to allow them to.
And then we've heard a lot about your great work with the Oxfordshire FA Youth Leadership Team. Interested to hear about your other roles in football across the county?
So I'm currently a level 4 referee. operating at Hellenic level at the moment, something that qualified as a referee when I was 14. Now I'm 19, turning 20 soon, so it's my 5th season in, 3 promotions in, and really it's been a great opportunity for me to be able to continue to develop as well. It's allowed me to mentor other young referees. There's a shortage of referees most weekends across leagues across the country, and as many people as we can get refereeing is something that I'm really passionate about. So coordinating mentors to games to help newly qualified and young referees is something that I also do, as well as going out myself and mentoring. If playing or coaching isn't necessarily a way for a young person, I'll definitely tell them to go and do the referees course, or even just go down and try an under 7s game, grab a whistle and enjoy it, because it is a very enjoyable thing. You do get a lot out of it, and it's something that I'm really passionate about, alongside the coaching that I do as well, with 3 different teams up at Tower Hill, as well as being on their committee.
How do you think we can support more young people get into refereeing if they decide playing or coaching is not for them?
There is a large support network of people, whether that be like the older generation of referees who have been in their position, they've had their experience, they know what they're talking about, and people are very valuable because they can give feedback, they can give support, but also slightly younger people like myself and other younger referees in the county who have recently been in their shoes as potentially wanting to try refereeing or only just qualifying and going out to their first game feeling a bit nervous. We're there to offer support as well. We want to see more young people refereeing. We want to see more people trying to push up the refereeing ladder, and it's something that I'm really passionate about trying to push. And definitely any young people that are interested in refereeing, I'll tell them to get in contact with the County FA, and then Nigel Saverton and also myself and the youth leadership team will definitely support them with any questions or actually getting them to go out and do games. It's all stuff that we can support them with.
You mentioned about your role at Tower Hill, and it's a new role within the committee. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So my role basically up at Tower Hill is to try and get more engagement with young people. Obviously being young leader up there for the last 9 years has been something that's benefited me a lot. It's something that I want to try and get more from the club as well. More young leaders in the club helping teams, whether that's just a couple of the under 16s going to help with the under 10s through a training session, just to try and get more young people actually interacting with each other and try and create a massive one club community. Tower Hill is a great club at trying to do that anyway. However, there are points that I'm picking up from doing these surveys that I'm running at the club, and also speaking to people up there and to the players, that just a little bit more can be done. And I think that goes for every single club across the county, across the country. Engage with young people, and there'll be plenty of benefits for them.
And it's been brilliant talking to you. And just to finish, really, just going to ask you, what's your favourite footballing moment that has really inspired you?
For me, really, I've had lots of great opportunities through being a young leader, through refereeing as well. Walking out at Wembley as a referee was definitely one of the top moments that's continued to push me to drive on. But also that just want to try and develop young people. I've had lots of great opportunities, and I want to try and create as many more opportunities for people below me as I can. And even though there's nothing that I've really picked out from a professional game, there's been plenty of young leaders above me from the National Youth Council who've gone on to jobs in the FA that have really made me thought, okay, wow, there is something that can really be achieved from youth leadership and young people. Let's try and do the same.
On that note, it would be great to just finish with, if there's anyone listening today, whether that's a parent and they've got a son or daughter, a team manager who've got some players within their team that would be brilliant volunteers in the game and you feel, they could really develop, what would you say to them on getting involved, and how can we support them?
Use your local club, use the club that you might play for. If there's a younger age group, you might have a brother or a sister that plays in a team below you. Ask their manager, go and see if you can help them. Or if you're the manager of one team and you want to maybe go and see what a different team tries to do to try and develop yourself. Really use your club as a network to try and get involved in the game. And as soon as you start doing that, I can almost guarantee that you'll probably get hooked onto it. And as a youth leadership team, as well as the County FA, we will support with anything, revisiting our leadership pathway, that'll be something that will benefit more young people that are wanting to get involved and give them opportunities to maybe join the youth leadership team and planning projects and making the change for grassroots football in Oxfordshire that we are currently trying to.
Brilliant. Really good speaking to you, Andy, and really appreciate your time.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
This has been an Oxfordshire FA production. If you'd enjoyed this team talk, like, comment and share, and check out our playlist for future episodes.